Alright guys, so if you watched the last video, I'm going to pick this one up right where that one left off. We just dropped that John Deere excavator. Now we are headed over to building 502B. We're going to pick up another one, get it loaded up, and then we're headed out to Toledo, Ohio. So let's go get this one loaded. Oh, tell you what guys, it is very, very hot.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
So I was going to use their porta potty over there, and I go to use it, and they have a padlock on it. So apparently that's only for them. This place is ridiculous. All right, now we get broken down over here. So now I guess we wait. So we broke down here, and now we're waiting for them to bring the excavator over so we can get it loaded up. I don't know, hopefully it won't take too long. We will see, and then we will be on our way up to Ohio. Alright guys, he's coming with my excavator. This one has rubber tracks. So chaining it will be a little more difficult, but we'll get her done.
Let's get her done.
So I'm gonna put you guys back here on the back deck, try to be a little surreptitious about filming. All right, we got this thing loaded. Yeah, so chaining this is going to be a bit of a challenge. So maybe we can get, I don't know. And then we've got all this shit in here. We've got all of this in here that we can't really chain to. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I guess we could go to that. So the problem here I could probably go there. I could probably get a binder in there and a chain. And I could probably get one pulling this way. So that would be 4. And then if I put 2 on each end in there, that would probably work. So I'll try to do that. All right, let's get hooked back up and figure this out. Let's see if we can figure out what to do with this. Alright, so I think that'll work. So that'll be 4. And then if we can get 2 on the front here, then we can go right through there and over this blade and probably over to there. And then same thing on the other side. And then we can cross chain in the back. That one will be easy. And then just chain the boom down. Alright. This thing is chained down. Oh. Sorry, it is friggin' hot out here. So I'm trying to take my time. I've already unloaded one of these, now I'm loading this one. But we got her chained down, that's the hard part. So I gotta put my exhaust cover up top. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey guys, bit of a change of plans today. I was gonna leave the Port of Baltimore and just head up towards Ohio and get as far as I could. The hopes in doing that were that I could get this thing delivered, and then we have another load up in Lansing, Michigan that I was hoping I could get pretty close to delivery tonight, and then I could get up in the morning, get it there early, and then get up to Lansing and get picked up, and then at least a few hours back, maybe 4 hours back or so I could get back here. That load from Lansing is going to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So I was going to try to get back to Harrisburg in time to deliver and get that load billed on Friday. We use a factoring company and you have to have your invoices submitted by 1 o'clock on Friday. So I was hoping we could get that delivered and we could get it all billed this week. It'd be for a pretty good week this week if we get that done. But then, you know, down at the port, they just took a while. It was hot, so I wasn't moving as fast, and they just took a while bringing it out and then getting us checked out and everything. And then we hit traffic coming up I-83 in Pennsylvania. They had a lane closed, so we sat in that for a while. Still had to get fuel. And then there's some construction up along 80 and up where 99 meets 80 that I knew I would get, you know, I would get slowed down in. So we weren't going to make it as far as we wanted to tonight, which means delivery will be later tomorrow. And then we're looking at a real possibility that we wouldn't be able to make it to Lansing in order to pick up tomorrow. So then we're picking up Friday morning regardless. Even if I could get picked up in Lansing, I could only get a couple hours back towards, you know, Pennsylvania. So we decided I'm just going to come home for tonight, and then I'll get up early in the morning. So I just went and got fuel, so I don't have to do that tomorrow. I'll just come over here, you know, do my pre-trip, fire up the rig, and head towards Ohio, because Pennsylvania, there is no, we're authorized 24/7, and there's no speed restriction, so we can do 65. Once I get into Ohio, I'm going to have to slow back down. But if I get going around 5:30 or 5:45 in the morning, then I can get out there, get this delivered, and at least get up to Lansing and get a hotel up there, and then I can load first thing Friday morning, and I can just bring the next load home. If we can't get it billed, then there's no difference in it delivering on Friday or delivering first thing Monday morning. You know, then I'll start my week from there after we deliver. So all that being said means I am home tonight, which I can't lie, I'm happy about that. I like being home. We made it off the port, up 83, only about 100 miles back to my house, and it's only a couple miles off our permitted route, so I figured I'm just going to come home for the night. So get a home cooked meal, some actual good rest, and then I can get up, get over here first thing in the morning, and get rolling with this load out to Ohio. So I will see you guys in the morning, and we will head west. right, we just got here to Rico Equipment. I'm gonna go talk to somebody, see where they want this, and then we'll get her unloaded. All right, he said to go ahead and drop out and get unchained, and he's gonna send the yard guy here out to unload the trailer. So let's get this done. We got that link belt excavator unloaded, so that load is all done. This lot up here is quite muddy. You can see it's been raining quite a bit. I ran through quite a bit of rain on the way over here. But anyway, we got it delivered. So that load is a success. It's much nicer working out here when it's not 105 degrees like yesterday. Yesterday was brutal down there at the port. But as you can see, the rain held off long enough for me to get this thing unloaded. Thank you guys for watching. Next load is actually up in Lansing, Michigan, so I'm headed north from here. I'm gonna try to get as far as I can tonight. Hopefully we'll be able to make it all the way up there. And then I'm picking up a Volvo. I want to say it's an L180. It's supposed to be a pretty big wheel loader. They listed at 9.6 wide, and I think it's like 50,000 pounds, maybe a little over 50,000. So it should be a pretty big one. That is headed back to Harrisburg, which is real close to my house. So we'll get that picked up on the next load. So tune into that one, and I will see you out there on the road. Take it easy.